but the thing is, like, if you talk to enough people, you're going to have disagreements with people. And if someone if they curate only those disagreements and only take it from the perspective of those people that you had problems with, they could paint you out to be a piece of shit. Even if you're a really nice person who just doesn't take any nonsense from people. If you talk to enough nonsense people, you're going to have enough conflicts. And if they only curate those conflicts and make like a compilation, like Dave talked to this guy and told him to eat shit.
Well, that's why I usually don't do interviews. Because I feel like this is about fame in general. And then I see you go through similar shit. It's like they blow you up like a balloon and twisting all these wild shapes like a balloon animal.
Yeah.
It's once you're in that thing, they can control the perception of you. So why fuck with it?
Gaslighting.
Yeah.
They gaslight people.
And you know, again, people play incentives. I'll give you an example. You know, I'm not... Years ago, not that long ago, you remember when all those writings of Gandhi came out? They're like, well, all this really racist shit. Have you ever read this?
I did, yeah.
And you know the context of that. At the time he wrote those things, he was an attorney in South Africa. And South Africa had a racist legal system. And in order to be successful, you had to be a good racist. And he was just succeeding. I'm sure he wasn't writing all this nigga shit in India. I shouldn't have said that, but, you know, I forgot I was on that.
We're on the internet. It's fun.
Didn't
Gandhi, there's people that were upset at him because he slept with a bunch of girls too, right? Didn't
they Me Too'd Gandhi?
Yeah. I think he tempted himself by sleeping. I think that was the way he described it. Like he would sleep with young girls.
To tempt himself.
Yeah. I think that was the...
The evil Knievel of pussy. and now I will tempt myself. The fuck is this?
I think I'm remembering that correct.
That's what I tell my wife. I'm going to the titty bar to tempt myself.
Yeah.
He tortured himself.
Tortured himself.
He called it. Is that what he said?
Torture.
Yeah, let's get this right because
on.
I actually revere Gandhi.
Fucking ad blockers. Sexual Torment of a Saint. A new book reveals Gandhi tortured himself with the young women who worshipped him and often shared his bed. Yeah. And so a lot
Daily Mail, so this has got to be true.
He was killed by an assassin in 1946, huh? Wow.
Well, that part was in the movie. I don't know about all this torturing himself.
I didn't know it was that. I thought it was later.
And then they just show a picture of him walking with some, you know, we don't know. I don't know.
But go back to what it said there. Gandhi, a London-trained lawyer-turned-guru, was a ruthless cult leader who enslaved his followers with such bizarre sexual demands that it became difficult for many people to take him seriously, even during his own lifetime. What?
That crazy book.
Oh, it claims. Gandhi Naked Ambition claims that Gandhi.
Someone wrote a book called Gandhi Naked Ambition.
Yeah. Goes so far as to suggest that the draconian practices instituted by this iconic figure in the ashrams he founded prompted the perverted 20th century cults of Jim Jones and Jonestown. Okay.
All right. Then someone wrote this book. I look at Gandhi as the person that fought against white supremacy in his homeland. So there you go.
Yeah, so he liked to torture himself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He liked to lay down and get hard-ons. What's the big deal?
I'm sorry I brought that up. I didn't know Naked Ambition just hit the stands. What was it, Gandhi? What's it called?
Yeah, but how would anyone know whether or not he tortured himself? Like, does his writing say that? Did he talk about it openly? Did he like to just get blue-balled?
Yes.
Lay there?
Yeah, see, it's that, though, man. Like, it's all this, like, you know, I hate the debunking of great legacies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine how the whites might feel if they tear down a Civil War statue. This kind of thing to me is that. My equivalent of that. Like, oh, now we're debunking Gandhi.
You know, it was really funny when they started tearing down statues. Trump was like, what are they going to do next? They're going to tear down George Washington? And everybody's like, well, that's ridiculous. They're not going to do that. And then they started tearing down George Washington statues. They'd tear down all the statues.
I mean, George Washington did own slaves.
He did.
You know.
Yeah. So did Thomas Jefferson. Right?
Yeah. Many of the framers.
But it's one of those things where you shouldn't revere what they did, but what a statue is supposed to represent is here's an image of some person who's historically significant and established in the country. Doesn't mean
right. That's the analogy.
Yeah.
To me, Gandhi fought against white supremacy
Yeah.
and was very successful. And then they, decades later, start tearing the statue down.
Yeah, the worst thing he did was get hard-ons.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know,
Lay there and get tortured.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, now I'm not trying to put no value judgment on any of this shit. I'm just saying he did expel the British peacefully.
Yeah.
Which was unprecedented in the world. A peaceful expulsion of oppressors.
Yeah. It's interesting how peaceful protest resonates for years and years and years. And when someone does something significant, like remember that image, I'm sure you do, of that, there's a video of it, of a monk in Vietnam lighting himself on fire to protest against the war. It's on the cover of one of the Rage Against the Machine albums.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy. But everybody remembers that.
Yeah, there was another guy who did that underneath the window of the Pentagon here in the United States during the Vietnam War.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, white fella. I can't remember his name.
Whew. That's a way to go.
I mean, but Gandhi didn't call it a peaceful protest. He called it civil disobedience. The idea being that I will not participate in my own oppression. It's a fine idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Why would anybody concentrate on the hard-ons?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Gandhi got so much pussy. Let me tell you about this Gandhi you fuck with.
He didn't even do anything. He just laid there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's a weird move, though.
What, they're just laying
Just
there?
lay there and get hard and go like,
Beat it, bitch. Go on, get some sleep.